Do you feel like that put you on more?
I had like an interesting relationship with people with the thought of the war in Chiraq, because it was never the biggest thing I did, but I think it's almost the most edgy, and it became the most defining. It's like, put it like this. I'm gonna use like a TV show reference. There's a writer named David Simon. It was never the biggest show, The Wire. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it. Classic, he wrote The Wire. Classic. Was never the biggest of anything he worked on, but his career ultimately got defined by things like The Wire because it's so classic. So, like, when people bring it up now, sometimes they'll act like it put me on. Nah, not really. Like, the Meek and the Drake beef kind of put me on more than anything. But it's the most edgiest thing that I kind of ever did, that at least at that point people were shocked. And now, like, there's a bunch of documentary channels that kind of do it.
The Wire is top 5 show of all time.
That is true.
Were you surprised when you got jobs at these big ass medias, like kind of like Everyday Struggle? Because the War of Chiraq, you were kind of going based off just like you doing your research, DMing people, shit like that, and then like a platform that you would say quote unquote is more like professional. Or were you surprised that they gave you a fucking like a job still?
Nah,
because Big Man's the one that whoop your ass.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you, not really at all. The reason why I said not really is because at that point, I used to look at the War in Chiraq like nobody knew it but the fans. I'm telling you, like, I had this huge news channel where we were covering news, like regular. Yo, Kanye did this. Kanye just dropped. He's, you know what I mean? So people, like the masses was fucking with that. It was just like there was a niche audience, like the people who really was into shit, they was into the War in Chiraq. So every time, even when I was at Complex, when I first went in there, I didn't even think they would even know what the War in Chiraq is. I was one of the only people, like mainstream never covered in Chicago. So I'm thinking they don't even know what I'm doing. I used to treat like, the reason why I had like 8 channels, I used to treat like the newspaper. And I used to say, yo, there's some people, they're going to want to see front page news. Some people want to see sports. Some people want to see entertainment. Then some people want to see gossip. Then some people want to see, this is what's going on in Harlem. You get what I mean? So that's kind of what the War in Chiraq.
So you kind of put them on in a way. You know what I'm saying? You highlighted what they had going on in the underground rappers, even though they were dying, even though they was doing their thing, but in a way you kind of like highlighted what they were doing, because a lot of motherfuckers is following that shit too, like now. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people are basing their channels on just a lot of people coming from Chicago and telling their war stories and their drama. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Adam now does this just mad Chicago content.
Yeah, he likes you. Yeah, I mean, he follows.
You know what I mean? Like it's just me.
Let it go, T-rell.
No, I'm not letting that. I'm just saying.
Cook, my boy, Cook.
Yeah, and by the way,
follow your footsteps. He follow your footsteps.
No, I salute him and for him doing whatever you want to do. But like for me now, like I could never even do certain things again. I couldn't even go along those lines.
Can't go backwards.
Yeah, I
gotta
can't.
look forward.
You know what I mean?
But I see like now that birthed a whole new genre, because we got something called Warren Cali now that we watch.
Right. Really?
We got Warren Cali.
What's the other dude?
We got Swamp Stories.
Swamp Stories go crazy in LA.
What's the other one?
Okay, California. Yeah, he does everywhere now.
Yeah.
Swamp Story, I like Swamp
What's
Story.
the other gangbang shit that they got? It's hood politics. There's all type of shit that
crazy hood media, all types of shit.
If you didn't like, if you wanted to know about LA, you could like watch that shit and you would get like a brief understanding too. So that's derivative of what you was doing the same way.
Yeah. Right. No, that's true.
Hey, and the funniest shit too is once I filmed with him, we over here for an hour and I'm sitting there breaking down LA, nigga.
That's true.
Compton, Watts, Long Beach. This the hood. He's from here. He's from here.
You know when I needed you? I needed you when
fair to say.
Fair to say.
Yo, I needed you when Shorty came in.
Yeah.
Like, and so he was, I guess, I really don't be knowing, like, people really, like.
You knew what you was doing.
No, I honestly didn't.
What did you do with Shorty?
What did you knew what he was doing?
Hold on.
Shorty.
Yo. For everybody watching this, y'all might think I'm like some guru. Like, listen, I know how to get content. Obviously, I've been doing this. But y'all might think I'm some, like, bro, you explained to me California. You explained to me in probably 30 minutes and cleared up years of confusion. I had zero fucking idea. I understand more Chicago politics when it comes to gang shit. California is like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. You get what I mean?
I don't either.
So when Shorty came in, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, and if y'all watch that interview again, I don't really know. I thought that nigga was a Crip. Is he a Crip? No?
Still, listen.
Nah, he from over, bro.
Okay, see, you saying that's confusing to me.
Some Hoovers is Crips, some is not.
I thought he was a Crip. Like the whole time, watch that interview, it's not me stirring up shit. It's like me saying, well, if you're a Crip and the other dude you don't like is a Crip, y'all should supposed to have like a Crip homie that puts it together.
But remember when I gave you the history
Crip homie that
lesson?
put the
No,
That's not
right?
how it works.
When I gave you the history lesson, I was sitting there telling you, like, look, most niggas from the same size, most Crips beef for Crips, most Bloods beef for Bloods, most Power Rules beef for Power Rules. It's unless it's some real like old internal type of shit.
Right.
Some new shit, like nah, like niggas' worst enemies be the same color as them.
Really?
So it ain't nobody in the middle that's like, hey, y'all need to stop this shit. It's not like that.
Y'all Crips, we Crips, let's squash it.
There's
Yeah.
no one man that can protect you in Los Angeles.
No.
What about Whack 100?
He
No.
cannot protect
Shout out
you.
to Ugg, but no, there's no one person that can protect.
He can.
Well, all right, hold on. In certain
he
areas,
can
in certain
protect you.
areas.
He can make sure you good in
certain
certain
areas.
places. Yeah,
Certain
you know what I'm saying.
situations.
He has his
certain
alliances
situations.
and
He
stuff like
has
that,
a lot
for
of
sure.
connects. But if his let's just say his rival gang say, you know what, fuck that, he can't do nothing.
So, from my understanding, like again, we don't got to talk all this politics shit on it, but the Rolling 60s is the biggest, right?
They're one of the biggest black hoods for sure.
Okay, yo, this shit's confusing, my nigga.
It's
I'm,
so
yo,
confusing.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
We understand like California is a mixture of everything, bro. So it depends where you're at. Like you could be somewhere in Long Beach and the biggest gang in that area could be a Mexican gang.
Yeah.
Or the
Asian
biggest
gang.
or the biggest gang in that area could be an Asian gang
Yeah.
or a black gang. So it don't really matter where it depends where you're at. Like in East LA there's no black gangs. It's all Mexican gangs.
That's the part niggas leave out. It's a gang
then-
of Mexican hoods.
Yeah, and then even when you go to Long Beach, there's no Bloods over there. When you growing up in Compton, we don't run into LA gangs. When we say LA gangs, you mean South Central gangs. We don't go party over there. We don't move. We don't run into
I
niggas.
suppose a nigga like didn't invite you over there then.
So
You
what?
going?
Did?
He's
I'm going.
you not going.
Where you
nigga.
going? To the
going.
party? To the party? Nigga, if the nigga says,
He invite you to the party, nigga.
If he invite me to the party,
I'm going.
I'm going.
I feel like he was too direct with you to do something to you.
Well, I never talked to him. And also, I'm gonna be honest with you. Here's the thing about middlemen too, right? Sometimes you have these middle order people trying to get like a moment, like not like a moment of like some crazy shit happening, but yo, they want to. Their friend might be the promoter. They're trying to get everybody who's lit in a club, right? So they're like, nah. So when we say, oh, ain't Diddy at that spot? Like, we don't really know the energy with him. They gonna be like, nah, it's all good. Come on, come through. You don't really know if that's really Diddy.
I get that. I get
But
that.
do you feel like you like more disrespectful to women? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Particularly black women in the culture. Do you feel like you kind of like too disrespectful and too hard?
Hell
on
no.
them?
Hell, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like the people who say that are usually so uneducated. Yo, I literally put up $10,000 to name Freddie Gibbs' baby, man. Like Freddie Gibbs had a baby with a porn star, man. Like, come on, dog. Like I've been calling Lil Baby retarded for the last like years straight, dog. Like yo, with me and Meek Mill, like I was saying everything about that nigga. That nigga, we was on Clubhouse. That nigga was literally saying, yo, Ak, you know how I know where you live at, right? Like what y'all are saying is serious with these female rappers. I said the City Girls flop. They're over, nigga. That is light. Me and Meek, I was talking like Meek. I was talking about Meek like a dog. He was talking about me like he was trying to get me killed.
I will say that you keep the same energy for everybody.
So
Okay, well, yeah, but
I will say that.
do you think you were a little bit too hard on SZA?